morning, everyone. Welcome once more to SunUp on 7. I hope that you have been enjoying today's show. Renata is still singing her and staying alive. Have you caught your breath?
Yeah, I have. I just realized that I'm not meant to save lives right now.
That was quite a traumatizing moment on the show. Nevertheless, I recommend for you to go back and rewatch today's show. If you miss anything, you can follow us on our various social media platforms, which are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And if you miss any conversations, go back on YouTube because all the conversations are getting uploaded there, so you do not miss anything that happens here on SunUp on 7. And we're joined right now for our third conversation with the Young Women's Christian Association, better known as YWCA. We'll get to learn more about what the association is, what their programs are, and if you're from Belmopan or Belize City, we're going to share some exciting opportunities for you to register and, of course, grow as an individual. So we're joined by some lovely ladies here, Ms. Cheryl Terry, the first Vice President of YWCA, Ms. Leah Gill, the YWCA Belmopan Manager, and Ms. Leah Brown, Program Coordinator. Good morning, ladies. How are y'all doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
So happy to be here in SunUp.
You're feeling good?
Yes, we're
Yes,
feeling
we are.
No one's gonna drop down for this segment.
No.
I have to double check, guys, because after that incident, I'm just like, Kevin!
Yeah, I am not wired right now, so I can run.
But we're very excited about the program. But before we get into all of that, I like to do an understanding of the organization. We have a lot of young viewers too as well. So maybe this is the first time they're hearing about YWCA.
Yeah.
And so, Michelle, could you probably give us like a synopsis of, when did Belize get YWCA, sorry?
Yeah.
And, what has been the impact thus far in Belize?
Definitely. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, viewers. We're excited to be here, and we thank you for having us the first time on SunUp. The YWCA is 65 years old. On March 17th, we will celebrate our 66th anniversary. And the Y has been known for a lot of things. But we are dedicated to our community, as well as empowering women and girls to live good quality lives. We started, it was started by Lady Winnie Ward. She came, her husband was a judge, and so she was involved in the Y in Barbados. So when she came to Belize, she saw the need to partner with the government. And so that's what as an NGO, we're known as the third sector, to provide services to bridge the gap. And so she saw the need at that time to empower women and to give them some life skills and so forth, decorating and handicrafts and those type of things. And so our history, we have a rich history. We had an excited time. They used to meet at the Fuller's house somewhere by Fort George, and until they decided, we need to get our own property, and our history show that they fundraised and the government helped them. The public works, they designed the building.
Okay.
We have Wilhelm Arnold, who had the skills. The ladies, they went there and they built their own bricks to build the building. So I believe it was excited time at the Y as they developed, they created the infrastructure to have all these services for the Y. And so over the last 16 years, we've made tremendous impact. I am a volunteer, and I've been with the Y for over 25 years. And I am just grateful for all the women who have gone on before me. People like Mrs. Barbara Harris, Dame Elaine Middleton, Mrs. Norma Sutherland, people like Miss Myrna Manzanares, who recently passed. Today, as I sit before you, the Y is in mourning. We're getting ready to lay Miss B. Kingston Smith to rest, who were courageous ladies who, because the Y word was dormant for a while, they got together and they revived the Y and started to provide training, to help eliminate poverty, to build entrepreneurship, and to just pour into our young girls, to give them an alternative. We have a program named the Helping Early Leavers Program, which is a second chance program For girls who cannot go into mainstream high school, they come to the Y and they learn a skill, and so that they can be productive citizens of this country.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that history of the Y. I mean, I did not know all of that, so it was, I'm thankful for it, and I'm sure our viewers were able to connect with all this information shared and the richness of the contribution that the YWCA has to the development of the country, especially the development of young women.
That's right.
Right, so thank you for that.
That's
We're also aware that you're here to introduce some programs, like what you've mentioned, that are happening between the Belmopan and Belize City branch.
Yes.
How do these programs contribute to the livelihood of young girls?
These programs that we pick, as we mentioned, is to build the gap. And so we do our research, we find out what the needs are.
Okay.
And so we implemented the programs. But Leah can jump in and talk about what's the plans for that will be happening soon at the Y.
Yes. So we have a lot planned this year. We have our adult skills program that was on the flyer just about. This one is for adults specifically for entrepreneurial skills. A lot of people are starting their small business. We have acrylic, we have cake decorating, we have sewing. So if you want to make your little outfits and everything, we have those where you could maybe make a business out of it. Like Michelle was speaking about our help program, we're trying to get that afoot. That's a little further in the future. But we also have those programs that teaches the skill. So you could make a business, and if you do choose to go back to high school, then you could also do that. We have a few fundraisers. COVID has been a little bit hard on us. So we're trying to get back on our foot with a few fundraisers. We have a bake sale coming up with the board. 12th. On February the 12th. We haven't made any flyers, but we definitely will be advertising. You can follow us on our Facebook page, and then we will have those. We also have the pool. Now, it's been down for a bit, and we're trying to bring it back. And February 12th is when we're having an event. We are at 50% capacity. We're following COVID protocols, but we'd like to bring back people to enjoy the pool, to have birthday parties. This would be 50% capacity as usual. But if you'd like to do classes for yourself, we also offer those. We have lifeguards. We have had lifeguards training. And what we're trying to do is invite those who have been certified with our lifeguard training to maybe volunteer, because at the Y, we focus a lot on volunteering. Yes, we appreciate anyone who has maybe community service at SJC, high school. Call us at the Y, message us on Facebook, message us on WhatsApp, and we would appreciate having you maybe being a lifeguard or helping us with any administrative ordeals.
So it's definitely open for anyone to be able to be a part of this organization with volunteering. You guys have stuff coming around, so they could probably volunteer for the February 12th too as well to help out with the bake sale and the overall pool event.
Yes, we'd appreciate that a whole lot.
Definitely.
Yeah, and by booking, you can also support their different programs because it provides revenue to the Y as well. So definitely that's exciting. We're so excited to hear about these different trainings that are going to be upcoming. Can you share some of that with us?
Sure. Go ahead. Leah represents the YWCA in Belize City, and my name is Yvette Gill, and I work for the Y in Belmopan. And as Ms. Cheryl mentioned earlier, the Y is over 65 now. In a normal environment, that would be a retirement age, but not at the Y.
Not at the Y.
At the Y, we are continuing in what we do, and age is not just a number at the Y. Some 13 years ago, under the able leadership of Mrs. Sonia Linares, the board saw the need to develop a separate, smaller campus in Belmopan because people from the west, the south, they found it difficult to leave their homes and come all the way to Belize City for what was of value to them. And so Belmopan was opened 13 years ago. Sorry, no, in 2013. In 2013. And so we turned 9 this month.
Nice.
And we do much of what is done in Belize City, except on a much smaller basis. We don't have the resources as much as Belize City has. In Belize City, we have the daycare facility, which is such a stellar institution of the Y. We have people coming there now whose mothers and grandmothers came to the Y daycare.
Wow.
And they brought their children, and now their children are bringing their children.
Wow.
We have the preschool, which is along the same line. Sometimes when we see registrants, we know their parents came to the Y preschool. In Belmopan, we do not have preschool and daycare. It's strictly adult skills. But we cater to people from as far as Punta Gorda and as far as Benque Viejo.
Wow.
And in Belmopan, given where we are located, we do not only have people come to us, we go to communities. So if we have enough subscription from a certain community and what they're prepared to pay can cover our expenses, we take our courses on the road in the West and in the South.
Awesome.
And so we are not only stable and set at where we are, we are
Travel
prepared
around.
to move where the need exists.
And so people can also, if they want to receive, like you said, you travel around,
Yes.
they can be able to message in and find out, you know,
Correct.
what is the, would it be like an all-day training or would it be
It
something?
varies on the population, because if we have parents who are working and are looking for something secondary, then it's a night course or a Saturday, Sunday course. But we cater to the need of the community that asks us to come.
Yeah.
And my teachers, teachers are volunteers as well. They pour themselves into the areas in which we are privileged to work.
Okay.
So for these courses, is there a capacity, a maximum amount that you guys would cater for?
Yes, because of COVID, we're trying to keep everyone safe, and we're at a number 10. We're keeping
Yes.
Okay.
10 per course. Like Miss Yvette said about the daycare, like I said, we have a lot happening. We do have a fundraiser also on February the 11th, just before Valentine's Day. So if you want to go out Friday night, we're having a night daycare. It would be 6 to 10. And you can bring your kids, call ahead, and maybe
Reserve.
reserve your space, and maybe drop the kids off, and then go have fun. We'll provide.
That's very thoughtful.
I know, I really
Yeah,
So
like
you can have
that.
your date in peace.
Yes, that's right.
We're here.
Yes.
So just go ahead and call us, and we have a lot going on. So you could be a part of anything.
And in
here at the
regards
Y.
to that, for the daycare, what cost more or less would it be for them to be dropping off their children for that day, and also the cost associated with the courses too as well, so people can know that, okay, I need to save for this amount so I can be able to receive the courses.
I can speak to the course. The courses, our courses run in much school system structure.
Okay.
So we have intakes for January, for April, and for September.
Okay.
So it's like 3 months of school twice a week, and it ranges between $430, $435, maybe $450 for the term, and payable in 2, and if necessary, 3 installments.
Oh, wow.
And at the end, you sit your internal exams, and you receive a YWCA certificate, which, because of the experience and the standards that we have set, our certifications are highly accepted
Yes.
all over Belize.
Wow.
Employers check with us many times to see what items were covered in the coursework, so that they know if the persons have the educational background that is needed along with these practical skills.
Wow.
For the daycare, we don't have one in Belmopan. I defer to Leah there.
Yes, for the daycare, it's usually $65 per week for bringing them Monday to Friday. And for the night event that we're having, it will be about, since it's night, it will be 4 hours, and then it will be $60. Right, I could, $60. Yes, so it's a fundraising event, and we want everyone to have fun, but we're also trying to
raise
find-
funds, of
yes,
course, yeah.
Yes.
And is there a limit to as well to how much children you're taking for the night?
20, we
Yes,
discussed it, and
20.
it was at 20.
Okay, so,
Yes, so
early reservations are a very
Yes.
smart decision to make.
Very much.
Yeah.
Okay, and so, again, the Facebook page, people can go and check out whatever you're having. I know the flyers you said have not been posted as yet, however, they can
They're guys
follow.
showing our screen at the moment.
Yeah, they're showing on our screen for the adult skill courses. There's a wide range. There's also English lessons too as well. I think it's English as a second language.
Yes.
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 That is definitely a course. Does that run just like the other
Yes,
ones where it's
we
January,
do.
April, and
Yes, it's along the same lines, and we have people, as long as English is not your first language, we have people, we have Asians, we have Spanish speakers, we have people who just need to become familiar with the primary language of Belize.
Oh, I like
Awesome.
that. I
Thank
like
you.
that.
Yes.
So I just remind our viewers that if you want to follow up more on their courses, visit their Facebook page, YWCA Belize. All the courses are announced right there, the fees, the
Our
dates,
numbers.
are your numbers, so you can go about applying, register. Remember, they're focused on 50% capacity, so make sure that you reserve your spaces early. And I like the fact that these courses make you employable, right? So that's very big because you either can go and work for somebody or you get skills for you to start your own business. So that's beautiful out there. So definitely encourage the young women out there to participate in different programs.
And young men.
And we also
young
take
men
young
too.
men.
I'm just thinking YWCA, so I'm thinking...
young men.
no, but I mean YWCA, so I'm just thinking it's women specific. So thank you for that new information. I
So
did
it's
not know.
open to everyone.
Yes.
We don't discriminate against that. Is there an age limit too as well?
For the adult classes, 15 and older.
Oh,
We do have a month of classes in the summer for 14 and below, 5 to 14, 3 to 14 in Belize City. And we have a big enrollment for summer because parents are desperate for their kids to be
Definitely.
doing something productive.
Yes.
And especially in COVID, the classes are even smaller because we want to protect the children.
Definitely.
And so sometimes you end up with 3 parts of a course. You have an 8 o'clock cooking class, a 10 o'clock cooking, a 1 o'clock because parents want their kids to cook. They are at home full time and they
Why
need to be
not cook? Our belly will be benefiting from that.
Yes. And it's a lot of fun.
It is. I know I recommend it to some people in my church. I'm going to ask about, I know you mentioned that you're looking for volunteers for the lifeguards, but also I know that sometimes you do classes for swimming lessons. Is that something, because you said you're going to open the pool, it's going to be an event for the 12th of February.
Yes.
Is the pool going to be started to be accessible for people to take lessons or just to go and swim? Is that something that's going to start happening too?
It could be for lessons and it could be for swimming. We're presently doing classes for, if you'd like to take private lessons, you could call us ahead and schedule this. It's up to your availability. We're having the event just to let everyone know that the pool is open and ready for business.
Awesome.
Yes.
So people can know we can swim because they start get hot soon.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still hot actually, but there's a nice dip in the pool. It's very accessible. It's a place where you can catch the bus and reach. It's not like it's a hard place to locate. YWCA. And so do you guys have a number that you can give for people just in case they're not the Facebook savvy or whatever and they want to call in to be able to get the information?
Yes, we do have our WhatsApp number.
Okay.
It's on the flyer. It's 627-4328. And we have our phone numbers. It's
223-4971.
Okay, so you can call in, WhatsApp.
And in Belmopan, we can be reached at 822-0472. And if there are any queries for Belmopan, it can be done right through Belize City or through the Facebook page as well.
Because they want to know what's happening there too as well. And so for people in Belmopan, but remember, I like what you mentioned that you cater for people from PG to Benqueviejo,
we
so
have
it's not
had
just
courses,
for Belmopan.
We have had courses everywhere from Punta Gorda to Benque.
Wow. And you can the courses can travel to you, honey.
Yes.
Okay, so just remember that. But I want to thank you so much, ladies, for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, is there one more thing you
I wanted to say that in closing that COVID has hit pretty much everyone. YWCA, no different. I mean, one of our strengths was that we were able to boast that we have buildings, we have infrastructure. But with COVID, all of that was closed down, so we had to be creative. We are a movement, and so we are in over 100 countries, and we're 25 million strong. And so I want to tell the public that we're going to do a membership drive. If you're looking to join our organization, reach out to the Y. We need you. COVID have taught us that we need to work together. Unity is strength. And so we're looking for members. There is benefits for being members. As I said, I have been volunteering over 25 years. I started when I was a youth, and it was the ladies who poured into me to let my resume look well, to help me incorporate Belize. And so that's one way you can, as well as we have people who are home retired. We're looking for volunteers. Reach out to the Y. We can use you. We can use your help. We are rebuilding back. We want to rebuild back safer, better. And so we need as much volunteers to help us as well. All right? So we're looking for members, alumni, people who are, we have, as Ms. Yvette said, we run into people who the grandmother went to the preschool, the mother, and now the child. So we need all
the generations.
All the generations.
And
yes, join the Y and continue to build on this good foundation.
Most definitely, and I'm hoping people go out and check out the Facebook pages. They make the calls. Even if you're not going to personally benefit from the courses, you can actually tell somebody. Share. Nothing is wrong with sharing, guys. Sharing is caring. So tell somebody, tell your neighbor, you know, offer it for your relative to do or so forth. There are ways that people can be able to develop sponsorship. And also remember, on February 11th, there's a fundraiser.
12.
And 12. What is happening February 11th again?
The daycare.
The
night care.
The Valentine's
The
Day
night care.
Yes,
Night care.
The night care for those that want to go out and have a Valentine's treat. Make sure you have your children that have a sweet place to be as well too.
And then the 12th is for the cake. So if you're planning to get a Valentine cake for your loved ones, reach out to the Y. We can help you with that. We will have
do
cakes
cake
and
decorating and everything, so it's gonna be good and it's gonna be yummy. Okay,
that's right.
And then the pool event on the same day.
The same day.
Yes.
So a lot is happening, but again, stay tuned to their Facebook page. Again, thank you so much, ladies, for being here, for sharing all the good news, praying that everybody starts to volunteer. Again, it's open. We need volunteers. It's a way to give in service. You get a certificate for it. For those that want to take courses, you get again certified. Get a way to develop yourself. It's the best thing to do moving forward in 2022. We're wondering how we can do it. There's payment plans and there are ways to go forward. So with that, we go to our next commercial break. When we're back, we're going to be wrapping up today's show. Stay tuned.
Okay, sure. All right, great.